Black Cold, baby. Leaves, chai tea, a little bud to warm me. That's all I need as long as I got the homies.
As long as I got the homies.
And that's how it be.
He ain't lying.
It be like that sometimes, though.
Again, I guess that's what I have been born in.
Welcome to another episode of I Can't Make This Up, the show about bringing people together from different backgrounds to share true stories that have happened in their life. I'm your host, AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. You can find me at www.ajdunk.com. If a guest is taking time out of their day, I have to consider them to be special. So guest, if you would, please introduce yourself.
Hey, how's it going? It's me, Jacob Williams. Thanks for having me. Good to see you, AJ. How's it going?
It's going well. It's going well, my friend. Everybody, I would like you to welcome my guest here, Mr. Jacob Williams, stand-up comic. So now, Jacob, I ask you, will you please share the story that you cannot make up?
Yeah, absolutely. I wanted to maybe share a story about some of my recent experiences just like doing comedy and then doing comedy during the quarantine. I started like doing these shows like I mentioned on like Zoom, and so I didn't really realize like all the problems with like the first time I did one, I just kind of like posted the link out there, and so like anyone could find it, and so like my parents and like a few people were like in the audience, but then there was also like someone that came in and started like messing with the show and like screen sharing like porn and stuff like that, and my parents were in the audience, so and like I'm, I had never seen porn as far as they know, so that was upsetting. It was almost like they found my browsing history and just used that for their. No, I'm just kidding, but yeah, it's very distracting. I still haven't figured out like who did it. My theory is that it might have been someone with the screen name Anita Blowjob. I don't know for sure. I removed that person from the chat, and the rest of the show was okay. But then I did a show after that where like this guy just started doing like workouts like in the audience and was like doing squats and stuff, and I was like, all right. Just like a normal comedy show, when someone in the audience jumps up and starts doing workouts, that happens all the time. So I'm just going to act like that's not affecting my comedic timing whatsoever. I think the same guy after that started like showing the screen of the Zoom, I guess from another device. So then it had my face on the Zoom screen. So then for me, it just looked like I was a member of the audience. And that was kind of strange because like, I realized like the clone of me in the audience was a tough audience member because I wasn't laughing at my own jokes really. The worst was one show I did recently. I was like at the end of my set, I was like, oh man, that was really awkward because you guys were muted the whole time. And this one guy was like, actually we aren't muted. So that was a tough show.
I know you've punched up the stories a little bit, but all those are true?
Yeah, those are all true. I might have thrown in some exaggeration, but yeah, those are all true. I had another tough one once actually while we were shooting Wild and Out. We were doing a show somewhere, I think in like maybe in Texas or somewhere, but we were like in between episodes of Wild and Out, and so it was like 8,000 people in this arena and stuff, and we had to kind of stretch and like improvise and like do extra stuff because Nick Cannon was coming from an award show. So I did that, and like I didn't do as well as I wanted, but it was kind of fun on the way back because we got to like ride with Nick Cannon in like a private jet and play cards. I ended up like losing a lot of money in the card game on the way back because I didn't really know. I wasn't very good at it, but that was like the only time I'd ever been in a private jet. So overall, that was a good experience. But yeah, those are a few of the stories I have of weirdest kind of shows I've done, I guess.
Cool. And I bet you didn't lose as much money as a plane ticket would have cost for you to get on that jet.
Actually, I think, yeah, that's true. But I might have lost more than a normal flight I would have gotten. It was, I lost like $850, which is just a huge, very quickly. I was playing with people that are like way more rich and successful and famous than me. And for some reason, I was like, oh yeah, I totally fit in here, and I forgot that wasn't really in my budget at the time. So,
here's a good one. At what point when dude was playing porn were you like, damn, I really messed up?
Yeah, that was pretty disturbing when I was doing the Zoom show and someone threw porn on the screen. I had to, I don't know, I guess having done all those other weird shows already, I guess it just felt like it didn't faze me that much, you know, because I was like, I'm like, at least on like online shows, like the audience, at least they can't like beat me up physically after the show, which is kind of nice. So yeah, I just kind of like kicked that person out of the Zoom show.
So my comment said, was that at least the type you like?
That's really funny.
What are you losing all your money to?
That's a good question. This was a few years ago, so I'm trying to remember the name of the game. I think it was kind of like a 2-card, fast-paced version of like a poker type thing, but I think it was called Guts. I think that might have been it.
Okay. It probably just...
Someone typed no.
All these wilding out questions. But here's the thing, people. Jacob is not wilding out. Like, he's been on wilding out. He's not Nick Cannon. He does stand up all over. So it's not just wilding out based. Are you on the wilding out new season?
Yes, I will be on this season, season 15. I'll be on a couple episodes. Yeah, I'll be hopefully putting out an album soon of stand-up and kind of doing virtual stand-up shows in the meantime and things like that. So I'll definitely be posting some clips from Wild and Out and other comedy clips and stuff on here and TikTok and different things. Don't
just watch the Wild and Out. Support his album that he's going to be putting out. That's what really matters. And I'm telling you, he's fucking funny. Like, he just goes off. Oh,
thank you.
Oh yeah. And if you got Zoom links, send them out the right way if you tested material.
Yeah, I'm going to be a lot more careful about that going forward, definitely.
I just wanted to know his favorite memory of Wild Now. He's still on it, so he's still doing it. And he said that he was on the plane losing all his damn money.
That was definitely not my favorite memory. That was one of my least favorite memories. I do remember my first season, it was awkward because like I couldn't even get into the after party. Like the bouncer was like, "This is for the cast of Wild and Out." And I was like, "Yeah," and then the cast, he's like, "No, you're not." And I was like, "Oh yeah, well, you seem to know what you're talking about. I'm out of here." So I like tried to come back when I had a backpack that says Wild and Out, so I tried to show that to him. I'm like, "Look, I have the backpack." He's like, "Okay, fine, your backpack can come in." But another time, someone came up to me. He's like, "Can I get a picture with your backpack?" I'm like, "Do you want me in it?" He's like, "No, you can take the picture, I guess."
What's the best advice given to you in comedy?
The best advice is kind of for like stand-up comedy. I think a lot of comedians give the same advice, but it definitely holds up, which is just to like write down anything you think is funny and write jokes off it and write a lot of jokes. And yeah, so what pays off is really just being persistent and working at it over time. So if you love it and keep it, it'll hopefully will pay off.
Take this time and have the platform.
Sure. So yeah, thanks for having me. This was fun. I guess I don't have a lot to promote right now, but I guess if people find me on Instagram, Twitter, or TikTok or Facebook, most of those, my name is MR Jacob Williams, and I try to post like funny, I'll say like new jokes or videos and things like that, and then I'll post about upcoming online shows or things like that when there's like ones that I'm really excited about.
Thank you for taking the time out of your day to come on here and be a guest. I appreciate it greatly. Much respect to you.
Always good to talk to you. Yeah.
If you have a story that you're just like, oh shit, listen, I gotta share this because I don't even know how this happened, send me a message and we'll talk and I'll get you on an episode of I Can't Make This Up. You can find me at www.ajdunk.com. From there you have my Facebook, you got my Instagram, you got my Twitter, you got everything that you're looking for at ajdunk.com. The two exceptions that are not there and that are not AJ Dunk is my Cash App and my Snapchat. Those names are Wet Laugh. Again, my name is AJ Dunk, spelled all caps. Don't forget, laughter is always in style, and let them know, man.